Hey, big up yourself. Big up yourself. What's up? So this is an impromptu live. I did not plan to come live at all, but I just wrapped up a TV show appearance. I just completed an interview on Little Give TV, and so I just thought I would come on here and repeat the information that was shared over there. All right. So big up yourself. My name is Winsome Alexander. I'm a self-empowerment mentor, which means I model what it looks like to be taking full charge of your life, full responsibility for the condition of your life, um, taking charge of your destiny, and being a co-creator with the universe to create the kind of life you want to lead. I mentor survivors of childhood trauma and been working with survivors since 2008. I'm former publisher of Outspoken magazine, the voice for adult survivors of childhood trauma, and I've been nominated one of Texas's most inspiring women. Yay, me. All right, so currently I host this show on YouTube. I call it the Big Up Yourself show because Big Up Yourself is a popular Jamaican greeting, which means celebrate yourself, right? Or I celebrate you, or I see you. And the mission of the show is very similar to the mission of the show is very. I didn't even check to see if the chat was on. I hope people can enter and chat. All right. So anyway, so the mission of the show is very similar to the show that I just came off of, Little Give. It's a space for inspiring stories and of strength and resilience and self-empowerment. My show encourages us to own our stories and be empowered by them, and to celebrate ourselves, to take credit for things we deserve to take credit for. Empowerment. The definition of empowerment is to give permission to be or do something. And so self-empowerment means to give yourself permission to be or do something, right? So as survivors, I want us to take back lost power, and we can do that by continually celebrating ourselves and all our wins, to honor ourselves for simply surviving. We had to make decisions. We had to take some actions, and sometimes we had to purposely decide to survive. We deserve to celebrate ourselves for that. And as survivors of childhood trauma, some of us sexual trauma, I'm a survivor of incest myself, and multiple cases of molestation by adults who should have protected me, but instead violated me. When these things happen to us, we lose our sense of self, our identity, and our personal power. So I hope with this show and with my one-on-one mentorship programs to help us regain our personal power, rebuild our self-esteem. And I really want us all to feel really good about ourselves, right? It troubles me that we are so reluctant to celebrate ourselves. We readily celebrate others, but when it comes to us, we feel we don't deserve that same honor. We're afraid to say, yes, I did that. I am awesome. I am great. We are more loyal to imposter syndrome than we are to self-recognition. Yes, we're more comfortable sitting with imposter syndrome than we are to recognize ourselves for the great things that we do. We're afraid of admitting we are powerful. We keep our light dim because we're afraid of who might think we are shining too brightly. We are afraid of condemnation and criticism, afraid we'll be thought of as conceited. Excuse me. It feels uncomfortable celebrating and complimenting ourselves. So I'm on a mission to help restore healthy self-esteem. Oh, hi, Yvette. Hello, my love. Welcome, surprise. Thank you. Yeah, so we are afraid of condemnation and criticism, afraid we'll be thought of as conceited. It feels uncomfortable celebrating and complimenting ourselves. So I'm on a mission to help restore healthy self esteem to trauma survivors because poor self esteem is what is holding us back from greatness. Poor self esteem is what is holding us back from greatness. We don't feel worthy. We don't feel good about ourselves. We don't feel like we're deserving. We don't feel like we're capable. And that is what is holding us back, right? I want survivors of emotional trauma to not be haunted and stagnated by what happened to them, but to take back their power and therefore take back everything that was stolen from them by way of trauma. I want them to reconnect and be integrated with the original person that was created and with the original intention for their life before trauma took them off track. It's a tough job becoming that original person. It takes lots of healing, lots of time, focus, and intention. And I want to help. When I visit Facebook groups filled with trauma survivors, my heart breaks for how many of them feel like they are stuck and can never heal. And it pains me because I used to be there. I was angry with people who used to talk about healing and healing being possible and how you had to take responsibility for your healing. All well meaning things they used to say, and I used to be angry. And in my anger, I'd say, they don't know my pain, or they've forgotten what it's like to feel dirty and nasty and rejected and abandoned. Hello, Donna, long time no see, my love. But I've healed enough to no longer resent what happened to me. What happened to me should not have happened. I wish it hadn't happened. I think my life would be a lot different if those things hadn't happened to me, right? If I hadn't lost so many years of low self-esteem, but I've accepted what happened to me. And although I recognize that some of my current behaviors and thoughts are trauma residual behaviors, I continually celebrate myself. I give myself love and compassion. And I revel in the fact that I survived and am surviving. Hey, my love. Hey, a survivor is one who lives on and prospers, and that's what I'm doing. And I want that for every survivor of childhood trauma. It took me a long time to get to this point where I used to hate myself, right? And now I purposely love on myself and take pity on myself and forgive myself constantly. I fall back sometimes. Yes, I do. But I have tools that remind me to be patient with myself, to be compassionate towards myself. You know, I have a friend, thank God for good friends. When she sees me slipping, she'll say, be nice to my friend. She's reminding me to be nice to myself because I am her friend. Right? So we want to remind ourselves to be nice to ourselves. Be nice. I'm telling you now, when you start to get down on yourself, I'm asking you, be nice to my friend because you're my friend, right? So I want to be able to help survivors to get to this place of self love, healthy self esteem, self celebration without apology. And let me tell you what healing and healthy self esteem looks like. Let me just tell you, right? First of all, My voice. I have a little voice situation. You can't really tell because I do tricks to make it look like I'm not struggling to talk, but I am struggling to talk. But there was a time I never would come on camera like this, or I never would have completed a TV show interview like I just did. I would have been in hiding. I would have been crying because my voice is so weird, right? Nowadays, I love my voice. The part that trembles, not so much, but at the same time, I work with it, right? It doesn't stop me from showing up. That's what healing and healthy self esteem looks like. Also, I read a lot of what I say when I come on camera. I do. I have a script for the most part because I have trouble with focus and recall, right? So once upon a time I would never come on TV because my voice was broken and my thought to speech delay, right? So sometimes I lose track of what I'm saying in mid sentence, in mid word, the word won't come. So I used to hide myself because I had these issues. But I host a show on YouTube, right? I take speaking engagements and I'm here on this show today doing the best I can. I'm not hiding and saying I can't. I find a way to show up. If I were blind, I'd have to read Braille and have somebody describe things to me and use a stick and hold my hand, that kind of thing. If I were deaf, I'd have to have a sign language interpreter. Nothing has to hold us back. I use a script when I feel like I won't be able to. Here I go again. This is one of those moments when the words elude me, right? I use a script to help me get by. So nothing has to hold us back from showing up. Show up how you can and celebrate yourself for doing so, right? And let me tell you something. I just completed a TV show interview, and you best believe I am going to be sipping some champagne later for showing up to that show. What you say, guys? Give yourself grace and mercy. Absolutely. Love is kind and patient. Absolutely, girl. Let us be nicer to ourselves. Be nice to ourselves, right? And so at this juncture, I'm not staying here long. I just popped on real quick. I ask you to subscribe to my channel. And when you do, please leave a comment when you read when you watch an episode. Leave a comment, please. And then I want to remind you that I have available venting sessions, right? If you're suffering with depression, anxiety, you're tired, frustrated, overwhelmed, feel like no one cares, book a session, right? They're inexpensive. And then there is the one-on-one mentorship programs. To find out about those, just email me at bigup@bigupyourself.com, bigup@bigupyourself.com. And then also there is our monthly support group. That's only $12 a month. We can get together in a group and big up each other and help each other heal and support one another. All right, so that's all I came on here to say today. That's all I came on here to say. Excuse me. And that's it. I'm not going to delay any further. Yvette D says, you are excellent at what you do. I loved your video this week with all of the ladies living abroad. That was so fun. That was so fun, you guys. And they're coming back on the 30th for part 2. Part 2 is going to be even greater than part 1, as a matter of fact. And great testimony. I don't know how much of my testimony you heard, but yeah, I gave a little part of my things that I have to overcome, things that I have overcome, things that that I may or may not still struggle with, but yeah, we're here. So that's it, guys. I'm gonna go. I have nothing else to say. And look for our next episode on the 30th with those ladies again coming to talk about quietly quitting America. And until next time, thank you for showing up and all my love. And thank you for your love. Bye. How do you end this live? How do you end the live? Thank you for the hearts. Oh shoot. Where's the end button? Oh, right here. Okay.